Welcome to the program Know the Law. I'm Varun Tiwari and with me one and only Ajay Singh.
Hi Varun, hi, my name is Ajay Singh. I am the Principal Solicitor at Redline Legal in Parramatta.
And our today's topic is debt collection.
Yes, today's topic is about debt collection. It's a common legal issue that we have in our community. And I often get asked the question as to what can happen or what needs to happen when people owe you money. So today, Varun, you have a lot of questions and I'm happy to answer those questions.
I have really lot of questions. It's a very common topic. And if someone owes me a money, what is the first option I do?
Yes, so a lot of people don't know what to do. So if someone owes you money, you can talk to them and say, look, you got to pay me. If they don't pay and they continue not paying you, then what you need to do is see a lawyer, get legal advice. What a lawyer would do as a first option would be they'll write a letter of demand to the debtor, and they'll say, you owe so much money to this particular person, pay within 14 or 21 days. So when you receive a letter of demand, make sure you take action.
And if they receive a letter of demand, what should they do?
First thing first, if they receive a letter of demand, do not ignore it. It's important that you respond to that letter of demand, because if you don't respond, there are consequences to it. So the first thing first is respond to the letter. And the ways you can respond to that letter is by contacting the lawyer who has sent you that letter. Contact them and talk to them about the debt. Explain it to them whether you owe, you don't owe money. You got to talk to them, but don't just ignore it.
What if the debtor dispute the debt?
Well, if the debtor is disputing the debt, there has to be a reason as to why he disputes. He can't just say, I don't owe you money. He needs to show as to why he doesn't have to pay you or he doesn't owe the money. So he needs to prove that. You can't just say, I'm not gonna, or I don't owe you. There must be a reason for a lawyer to write a letter of demand to you.
And what if they cannot pay?
That is a common problem. If people receive a letter of demand and they cannot pay, once again, you cannot just ignore that letter of demand. Pick up the phone, talk to the lawyer that has sent you that letter, and look at different options that you may have. You may want to get into installment payments. You may want to negotiate the amount. So let's say if someone sends you a letter of demand for $10,000, you might want to talk to the other side and say, look, I'll pay you $7,500 and I'll pay you in installments of 10 or 15 installments. You can talk to them, and if they agree, then you come to that agreement, and that way you resolve the matter before going to court.
I feel you already gave the next question answer. What if they do not want to pay and want to pay?
Well, if they want to pay, get into this option, payment plan option. If they don't want to pay, then they still have to write to the other side and say, I dispute this letter of demand and I won't pay. And then the next step for the other side is to obviously go to court. And that's in the next video. We'll talk about the court proceedings, what happens when a matter goes before a court, and what are the steps. So in our next video, we'll talk about the litigation as to if you don't pay, then the next step is we go to court, and what happens when you go to court.
Thank you very much. And you can also take the advice from Ajay Singh and from Red Eagles. And anytime. And thank you very much for giving that information and giving back to the community.
Thank you, Varun. I'm always willing to help the community, help you. And thank you for having me in your studio today.
Friends, keep sharing and keep supporting and keep watching and waiting for the next information section from one and only Ajay Singh.
Thank you.
Thank you.